Insulin resistance (IR) is a growing concern in the United States, with alarming statistics highlighting its widespread impact. Over 88 million adults in the US are estimated to have prediabetes, a condition closely linked to insulin resistance, yet over 80% of them are unaware of it. This silent epidemic is a precursor to type 2 diabetes, which affects more than 34 million Americans. The consequences are dire, with diabetes being the seventh leading cause of death in the country. Understanding insulin resistance is crucial for managing diabetes and maintaining overall health. This video will explore natural ways to reverse insulin resistance, supported by scientific studies, empowering you to take control of your health before it progresses to more severe conditions. So, what is insulin resistance? Insulin resistance is when the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas that helps regulate blood sugar levels. When cells don't respond effectively, the body compensates by producing more insulin, leading to higher insulin levels in the blood. Over time, this can result in elevated blood sugar levels, ultimately progressing to type 2 diabetes if left unchecked. Various factors, including genetics, diet, and lifestyle, influence the development of insulin resistance. This condition affects millions and contributes not only to type 2 diabetes, but also to obesity and cardiovascular disease. The prevalence of insulin resistance is staggering. It is often linked to modern dietary habits, particularly high carbohydrate diets and sedentary lifestyles. Numerous studies have shed light on these connections. For instance, a foundational study titled Insulin Resistance: Definitions and Implications, published in Diabetes Care in 1997, explains how insulin resistance develops and its wide-ranging effects on health. This research, among others, highlights the critical role that diet and activity level play in the onset of insulin resistance. Understanding insulin resistance and how it develops can help us better appreciate the importance of addressing it naturally. This brings us to our next section, the natural strategies for reversing insulin resistance. First, we will talk about common misconceptions about insulin resistance. Despite its prevalence, insulin resistance is often misunderstood. One of the most common myths is that insulin resistance is solely related to sugar intake. While sugar consumption plays a significant role, insulin resistance is a more complex condition involving various factors, including overall diet composition, physical activity levels, and genetic predisposition. Another widespread misconception is that insulin resistance is irreversible. This belief can lead to a sense of hopelessness in those affected, discouraging them from taking proactive steps to improve their condition. However, the reality is that insulin resistance is manageable and can often be reversed through lifestyle changes, such as adopting a balanced diet and increasing physical activity. The body's adaptive mechanisms also play a crucial role in insulin resistance. Insulin is essential for energy storage, helping to move glucose from the bloodstream into cells for use or storage. However, when the body is consistently overloaded with high carbohydrate foods and lacks sufficient physical activity, these cells become less responsive to insulin. This resistance is an adaptive mechanism to protect cells from overfilling with glucose and fat. Research such as the study Myths and Facts About Insulin Resistance, published in the Journal of Endocrinology in 2018, sheds light on these misconceptions, clarifying that insulin resistance is a dynamic condition influenced by various factors. Understanding these nuances is critical to effectively addressing and reversing insulin resistance. With these misconceptions cleared up, we can now explore the practical steps you can take to reverse insulin resistance naturally. Diet plays a crucial role in reversing insulin resistance. Your foods directly impact your insulin levels and how your body responds to this hormone. By making strategic changes to your diet, you can significantly improve your insulin sensitivity and overall metabolic health. The first on the list is implementing a low-carb, high-fat diet. Adopting a low-carb, high-fat diet is one of the most effective dietary approaches for reducing insulin resistance. This type of diet minimizes carbohydrate intake, which in turn reduces the need for insulin. When you eat fewer carbs, your body has less glucose to process, leading to lower insulin levels and a decreased insulin burden on your body. The science behind this is straightforward. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. Insulin is then released to help cells absorb this glucose. However, when carb intake is consistently high, insulin levels remain elevated, eventually leading to insulin resistance. Reducing carb intake lowers the demand for insulin, allowing your cells to become more sensitive to it again. Supporting this approach, a 2004 study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, titled Effects of Low Carbohydrate versus Low-Fat Diets on Weight Loss and Cardiovascular Risk Factors, found that low-carb diets were more effective than low-fat diets in improving insulin sensitivity and promoting weight loss, particularly in individuals with insulin resistance. The second strategy is intermittent fasting. Another powerful strategy to enhance insulin sensitivity is intermittent fasting. This approach involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting, allowing insulin levels to drop naturally between meals. When you fast, your body has time to lower insulin levels, which can help reset your insulin sensitivity. There are various intermittent fasting protocols, such as the 16/8 method, 16 hours of fasting followed by an 8-hour eating window, or alternate day fasting. Each protocol offers benefits, but the underlying principle remains the same. By giving your body a break from constant food intake, you reduce the insulin demand and improve how your body processes glucose. Research, including the 2020 study, Intermittent Fasting Interventions for the Treatment of Overweight and Obesity in Adults, published in JAMA Network Open, demonstrates that intermittent fasting can significantly enhance insulin sensitivity, making it a valuable tool in the fight against insulin resistance. Third on the list is having a better understanding of the importance of whole foods. In addition to managing carbohydrate intake and incorporating intermittent fasting, focusing on whole unprocessed foods is essential for reversing insulin resistance. Whole foods, rich in fiber, healthy fats, and proteins, help stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce the glycemic load on your body. Fiber in particular plays a critical role in this process. It slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing spikes in blood glucose levels and reducing the need for insulin. Healthy fats and proteins support stable blood sugar levels by providing sustained energy without causing significant insulin spikes. A 2005 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, titled Dietary Fiber Intake and Risk of Insulin Resistance and the Metabolic Syndrome, underscores the importance of a diet rich in whole foods. The study found that higher fiber intake was associated with a lower risk of insulin resistance, highlighting the power of diet in managing and reversing this condition.
For real?
Next, we'll explore how physical activity complements these dietary changes in improving insulin sensitivity. Physical activity is a cornerstone in the natural reversal of insulin resistance. It helps manage weight and directly enhances insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your body to use glucose effectively. Both strength training and aerobic exercise play pivotal roles in this process, offering unique benefits that complement each other. Number one is performing strength training. Strength or resistance training is particularly effective at improving insulin sensitivity by increasing muscle mass. When you engage in strength training exercises, such as lifting weights or performing bodyweight exercises, your muscles work harder and require more glucose to function. This increased demand for glucose helps muscles absorb more sugar from the bloodstream, which lowers blood glucose levels and reduces the need for insulin. Moreover, the more muscle mass you have, the more glucose your body can store and use efficiently. This is crucial because muscles are a significant site for glucose disposal. Enhancing muscle mass through regular strength training creates a more extensive reservoir for glucose, which can significantly reduce insulin resistance over time. Supporting this, a 2005 study published in Diabetes Care, titled Resistance Training Improves Insulin Sensitivity in Obese Individuals, found that resistance training led to significant improvements in insulin sensitivity, especially in obese people, a population at high risk for insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Aerobic exercises in number two. Aerobic exercise such as walking, running, cycling, or swimming is another powerful tool in the fight against insulin resistance. Regular aerobic exercise helps reduce body fat, particularly visceral fat, closely linked to improved insulin sensitivity. Unlike subcutaneous fat, visceral fat surrounds internal organs and is metabolically active, contributing to insulin resistance and inflammation. By engaging in aerobic exercise, you not only burn calories, but also improve your body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels. Aerobic activity enhances the efficiency of insulin in transporting glucose into cells, reducing the amount of insulin needed to manage blood sugar levels. The recommended frequency for aerobic exercise to effectively improve insulin sensitivity is at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity weekly exercise, such as brisk walking or cycling. Alternatively, 75 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise, such as running, can also be beneficial. It's essential to maintain consistency to see the long-term benefits. A 2007 review published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, titled Exercise and Insulin Sensitivity, a review of the evidence, highlights the positive impact of aerobic exercise on insulin sensitivity, reinforcing the importance of staying active to combat insulin resistance. Next, we'll explore the role of stress management and sleep in naturally reversing insulin resistance. While diet and exercise are often highlighted in the fight against insulin resistance, sleep and stress management are equally crucial. Both factors profoundly influence hormonal balance and insulin sensitivity, making them essential components in the natural reversal of insulin resistance. Quality sleep is a foundational pillar of good health, and its impact on insulin resistance cannot be overstated. Poor sleep, particularly when it becomes chronic, significantly increases the risk of developing insulin resistance. When you consistently get less than the recommended 7-9 hours of sleep per night, your body's ability to regulate hormones that control hunger and blood sugar levels is impaired.
I can't sleep.
One of the critical hormones affected by sleep is insulin. During sleep, your body undergoes crucial processes that regulate insulin sensitivity. When sleep is insufficient or fragmented, these processes are disrupted, leading to higher levels of insulin in the blood, which can contribute to insulin resistance. Moreover, sleep deprivation increases the production of cortisol, a stress hormone that can further exacerbate insulin resistance. It also affects ghrelin and leptin, hormones that regulate hunger and satiety, leading to increased appetite and cravings for high-carbohydrate foods, further stressing the body's insulin response. Supporting this, a 2015 systematic review and meta-analysis published in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology titled Short Sleep Duration and Insulin Resistance found a strong correlation between short sleep duration and increased insulin resistance. This underscores the importance of prioritizing quality sleep as a vital component in managing and reversing insulin resistance. Next is stress management. Chronic stress is another significant factor that can worsen insulin resistance. When you experience stress, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that prepares your body for a fight or flight response. While this is useful in short bursts, chronic stress leads to persistently elevated cortisol levels, which can harm insulin sensitivity.
Stressful?
Elevated cortisol levels promote the breakdown of glycogen into glucose, raising blood sugar levels. Over time, this constant demand for insulin to manage increased blood sugar can lead to insulin resistance. Additionally, cortisol can cause fat to accumulate in the abdominal area, which is more likely to contribute to insulin resistance. Incorporating stress reduction techniques into your daily routine is essential to combating the effects of stress. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing exercises, have been shown to lower cortisol levels and improve insulin sensitivity. Regular physical activity, social connection, and hobbies that bring joy and relaxation can also significantly manage stress. A study published in Diabetes Care in 2009, titled Stress-Induced Cortisol Response and Its Effect on Insulin Resistance in Women, provides evidence of the relationship between chronic stress, elevated cortisol, and insulin resistance. This study highlights the importance of stress management strategies in the holistic approach to reversing insulin resistance. Next, we'll discuss some natural supplements and herbal remedies that can help control insulin resistance. Certain natural supplements and herbal remedies have shown promise in enhancing insulin sensitivity and helping to reverse insulin resistance. Various studies have demonstrated their effectiveness in managing blood glucose levels and improving metabolic health. Number 1 is cinnamon. Cinnamon is a widely available spice that has garnered attention for its potential benefits in managing blood sugar levels. Research suggests that cinnamon can mimic insulin and increase cell glucose uptake, thereby lowering blood glucose levels. It has also been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for the body to use insulin effectively. One study published in Diabetes Care in 2003, titled Cinnamon Improves Glucose and Lipids of People with Type 2 Diabetes, demonstrated that cinnamon significantly reduced fasting blood glucose levels in participants with type 2 diabetes. The study also found that cinnamon lowered cholesterol and triglyceride levels, suggesting a broader metabolic benefit. The active compounds in cinnamon, such as cinnamaldehyde, are believed to enhance insulin signaling pathways, which helps in reducing insulin resistance.
That's nice.
Incorporating cinnamon into your daily diet, whether in smoothies, oatmeal, or teas, can be an easy and natural way to support blood sugar regulation. Number 2 is berberine. Berberine, a bioactive compound found in several plants, including berberis, has been used in traditional medicine for centuries. Modern research has shown that berberine can be highly effective in lowering blood sugar levels and improving insulin sensitivity, making it a powerful tool in the fight against insulin resistance. A 2015 systematic review and meta-analysis published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, titled A Systematic Review and Meta-Analysis of the Effect of Berberine on Type 2 Diabetes Mellitus, Prediabetes, and Insulin Resistance, found that berberine was comparable to standard pharmaceutical treatments like metformin in lowering blood glucose levels. The study highlighted berberine's ability to enhance glucose uptake, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce insulin resistance. Berberine works by activating the enzyme AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, which is crucial in regulating metabolism. By activating AMPK, berberine helps reduce glucose production in the liver and increase glucose uptake by cells, lowering blood sugar levels and improving insulin sensitivity. Berberine offers a promising option for those seeking natural alternatives to pharmaceutical interventions.
Sandy seek.
However, it is essential to consult with a healthcare provider before starting any supplement, as berberine can interact with certain medications and may not be suitable for everyone. Always remember to consult your doctor before making health changes. Thanks for watching.